Yo guys, it's slyroh. You already know that today I'm bringing you another Wi-Fi battle. This is a Wi-Fi battle that I had quite a while ago. I believe this was another one from the live stream that the past couple Wi-Fi battles have been from. I don't remember. I just watched through this battle once again to kind of remember some things about it. And yeah, so I'm going to do my best to kind of recall everything that did happen. But this was a really good battle, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yes, like always, if you want a chance to battle me, make sure you go follow my Twitter. Feel free to follow me on Twitch for whenever I do live streams, which don't happen as often. But either way, links to that and all stuff is in the description. Blah, blah, blah. You are not here to hear about that. You are here to see this Wi-Fi battle. So, let's go ahead and get right into it. We decided to have an OU match. I don't think there was any sort of other stipulations. I'm pretty sure we just went straight OU. So, yeah. The team I brought is, I believe, I really need to remember. I think this was my Assault Vest Blastoise. This was, I believe, my Mega Charizard X. I'm not sure. I think I brought both Mega Charizard X and Dragonite, which are both Dragon Dancing sets, which is kind of redundant, but pretty funny. Excadrill, I believe it's a regular Life Orb set, if I'm not mistaken. Physically Defensive Mew and Choice Specs Togekiss. And then my opponent here, Scott, he brought the Espeon Manectric, which was definitely Mega Manectric, Noivern, Serperior, Vaporeon, and Mienshao. I'm trying to remember if this was one that ever resulted in a DC and we had to restart or not. 'Cause I don't remember if I knew, like, what he was going to lead off with or not. I don't entirely remember. Because I led this battle, let's just get into it. I led this battle with Blastoise, and I honestly have no idea why. Because there's really nothing on his team that would make sense for me to lead off with Blastoise, unless I had predicted him to lead with the Espeon, which maybe that's what I did, I don't know. But he leads with Mienshao, because Mienshao is a fantastic lead. It gets knockoff, it can be scarfed, U-turn, like it's such a good scouting lead. So I switch right out because I didn't want to have any of that, and I go right into Mew. Mew's physically defensive and can take anything that this Mienshao wants to dish out, and he just decides to go for the U-turn. So he does go for the U-turn, and we can see that we do eat that up. I also have Roost on this thing, so I'll be able to recover back up health if I need to, and this Mew stays in for a while. Not necessarily here, I'm just saying it stays around the battle for a while. But he U-turns into Noivern, and Mew does not really want to deal with Noivern, so I switch right back out. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this, and I go right into Togekiss. Togekiss here, I know it can take any hit. It has really good special bulk. Even if this thing is Specs, it's not going to do that much, and it is Life Orb. So I figured he was going to switch out, and I figured I could still hit something really hard with a nice Dazzling Gleam because I am Specs. So, I do indeed go for the Dazzling Gleam, and this does a fantastic amount of damage to that Espeon. Unfortunately, because I am Specs, that means that I won't outspeed, because I'm not Scarfed or anything. So I go ahead and switch out so I can preserve this thing for a little longer. I switch into Dragonite. Not entirely sure what I was predicting there, but I figured that it wasn't going to go for like a Dazzling Gleam or anything. And then I can just do whatever. When I saw the light screen, I figured Reflect was coming, so I took this opportunity to just attack it. Okay, I thought I might have went for a Dragon Dance, but at the same time, he has, like, Vaporeon and stuff that could probably, yeah, like, it's gonna stop my, me from being able to Dragon Dance and sweep through his team. So I actually switch out, and I go back into Mew. Despite the fact that I'm physically defensive, I know that this Vaporeon isn't going to be able to do enough to take me out, and you can see that it doesn't. Of course, I'm risking it getting a burn. The only attacking move I have on this thing is Knockoff. My other movesets are Stealth Rock, Roost, and Will-O-Wisp. So I think at this level of health, I do decide to take the time to go for the Roost. If I'm not mistaken, let's see. Yes, I do go for the Roost, and make sure that I'm keeping health. I still have my leftovers intact, which is fantastic, because, yeah, now I'm at full health. Full health Mew. I can switch on so many things now. And I really predicted him to just go for a Volt Switch. Didn't want to overpredict too much, so I did go into the Excadrill. And he makes a really great prediction and goes straight for the Overheat. And straight up takes me out. Yeah, like I said, I don't remember which Excadrill set this was. Maybe this could have been Scarfed Excadrill. Either way, this switch doesn't make the most sense. But I didn't have much to switch in, to be fair. So, yeah, Excadrill kind of died, but I was like, you know what, that's fine. I didn't need it necessarily to, you know, to win and blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve. His special attack is -2, so I know he's not going to be able to do that much. He's probably just going to Volt Switch out. So now I take this opportunity, I believe, to go for the Dragon Dance. I believe. I was wrong the last time. I could have been wrong this time, but I'm pretty sure I go for Dragon Dance here. I have 2 Dragon Dance sweepers on the same team because I just threw Pokemon together, whatever. It is what it is. And, yeah, I figure that even if Vaporeon comes in, I could still probably do a decent amount of damage to it before it can do damage to me. Plus, it can't burn me. It can burn my Dragonite, but it can't burn this Charizard. So I was like, maybe if I can 2-hit KO with Dragon Claw, I'll be good. And I get a crit, and I 1-hit KO. I OHKO this thing, which I'm pretty sure the crit mattered. Because there's no way that Vaporeon was going to die after a +1 Dragon Dance from Dragon Claw. So, whatever. He goes into me and Mienshao. I was like, oh, I should outspeed. Nope. He's Scarfed. He outspeeds, and he hits a Stone Edge and takes me out. And I'm like, alright, nice to know. Oh, hey, yeah, I think the Reflect was still up. So I actually OHKO'd through a Reflect. So that's the thing that happened. But yeah, so he now is locked into Stone Edge. I can just come in and Will-O-Wisp, which I believe I do, unless I predicted him to switch out and I go for Stealth Rocks. I went for Knockoff, okay. That's weird. That was probably not the best play, and yeah, the Reflector wears off, which at that point I was like, holy crap, Charizard X is a monster. He goes for the Thunderbolt. I decided I could take 1, and believe it or not, looking at that, I can take more than 1, which is insane. So now, I know that I can 1v1 this thing, which is incredible. He knows this, so I'm pretty sure he's going to have to switch out. And, but he doesn't. I guess he's going for maybe a high roll. I don't entirely know, but I clearly already lived 1. I'm going to live more, and I have Roost plus leftovers. So the 1v1 matchup is going to me. And, sooner or later he has to realize that. I don't remember the next, part of this battle as well. But he is going to switch out, like I thought he should have done the first time. And, yeah, that still does a decent chunk of damage. If I want to keep this thing around even longer, Roost would be the better option here. However, is that what I go for? No, I go for Stealth Rock. Okay. I went for Stealth Rocks now, because I figured there's plenty of switching, and it would just wear down things like his Manectric more, I guess. But he goes for Knockoff. I was thinking that I could live 1, and I do live 1. I decided that it's a better trade for me to kind of let this Mew go down if I can get this thing burned. So I do get it burned. This is going to keep it from doing a lot of damage, which means I can bring in other things to either set up and take out his team, or just come in and do, you know, lots of damage. So now that he's burned, I feel very safe into going into my Dragonite, especially with the multi-scale intact. Stone Edge is not going to be doing that much. And he knows this, so he's going to switch in to something that can deal with this a little bit better, which is back into his Mega Manectric. However, now that his Vaporeon is gone, and now that his Scarfed Mienshao is burned, I know that I can just get a Dragon Dance up, and I can run through the rest of his team, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I do. And I believe this is the end of the battle. Because now that I got that +1 speed, I do outspeed. I got greedy, went for another Dragon Dance. I don't remember why. It really wasn't necessary, but I knew I could live a hit. Or do I have weakness policy on this thing? Yeah, okay. That's what I was going for. I knew I could live 1. And I just got... So I'm at like +4 attack and +2 speed. So there's nothing he can do. I go for the Dragon Claw. Of course it's going to kill Mega Manectric. It's going to easily be able to take out the Mienshao. And there is another Pokemon left. I believe there was a Superior, which I think I have Fire Punch for. I think I have Fire Punch on this Dragonite. I could be wrong. But yeah, I wanted to make sure that okay, that's right. I got out the second Dragon Dance so I could outspeed this thing here. So that was all that was. I remember now. And now here comes King Louis the Superior, and I either went for the Dragon Claw or the Fire Punch. I don't remember. I should have Fire Punch on this thing. Yeah, okay. So I have Fire Punch. That is, yeah, that's, no Superior in the world is living that. Like, yeah, so I was able to get up the nice and powerful Dragonite sweep, thanks to 2 Dragon Dances plus a weakness policy. And yeah, that was a really good game. I thoroughly enjoyed that match, and I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed watching that match. If so, let me know in the comment section below. I will try and get more battles and other things up in the future, as well as, you know, other series that I have going on as well. Either way, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching the video. Go ahead, leave a like, do all that good stuff, show your support, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. So, thanks for watching, guys, and until the next time, stay sly.